Do you have a job? Do you have a business? What do you do to generate money? How do you plan on getting that car? Do you plan on begging somebody? Do you plan on billing somebody? Everybody waits for January for the new year, new me. But if you do think about it, why wait? For me, this October is my new year because it is my birth month. So I do feel like since I'm entering a new year in my life, I should start my new year, new me from October. Regardless of if October is your birth month or not, you should still not wait for January. You could start this at your own birth month or even now because this is Q4 and I know we have all heard about the great lock-in, and this is the time for you to actually lock in on those goals that you wrote in January and you actually never pursued those goals. Now is the time for you to actually try and at least achieve one. Leave 2025 achieving just one goals that you have written out. Now it is just what 4 months, 3 months to the end of the year. So I'm going to be giving you simple steps, actual routines that would help you, not the hustle and grind till you burn out and you cannot do anything, you get so tired. Not that type. I'm going to be giving very realistic habits that I'm trying to grow myself. And I know that these habits can actually help you as well as it could help me. So let's actually start our great lock in this October to December. This last 3 months is a full 90 days October, November, December. That's full 90 days before 2026. Now, according to research, you need about 30, 20 something to 30 days for you to actually grow into a habit, for you to make something turn into being a habit of yours. 90 days is a lot of time. 90 days is a lot of time for you to make those shifts. Shift how you feel, shift how you look, and shift how you plan on stepping into the new year. Because honestly, stepping into the new year is not all about writing goals and getting excited, making vision boards. I was once like that. You should actually plan and strategize how you want to start your 2026. So instead of starting in 2026 January, why don't you start your preparation before January, ahead of 2026, so that when you do step into 2026, you're already locked and covered. Since we're talking about the goals that we set at the beginning of this year, January, my first point would be breaking down mega goals into mini goals. Now, I recently just learned this, I think in 2023, because my goodness, if you should see my goals I used to write before, I had things like own a GLE, travel to Dubai, and just very unrealistic goals. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't dream big or think big. You can have goals and just have them as like life goals. I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but it just feels like you adding so much pressure on yourself to get a car in 2025 or by the end of 2025, and you don't have anything you're doing, you're not working towards it. You just want to have a car, but how do you plan on getting that car? Do you plan on begging somebody? Do you plan on billing somebody? Are you actually do you have a job? Do you have a business? What do you do to generate money? It feels so weird having to rely on someone just to get things that you want. You should break down your mega goals into little tiny goals that you can now then, when you bring all of them together, you see that, oh, I actually did have a lot done. You write on your vision board, you are just writing them, you're just writing anything. Some of you just write like anything that comes to your head, be the president, and you're not actually working towards achieving those goals. You are just writing very mega goals. And the thing is, when we do write mega goals, you get so overwhelmed by what you've written to the point that you don't actually want to achieve that, you don't want to pursue it anymore. And this goes for everything. When you have a task, when you break down that big task into smaller tasks, it makes it so much easier for you to achieve the bigger task. I usually have this book, I write down my goals. At the beginning of this video, I did say that my new year starts October. That is my birth month. I did write my goals in 2024 October for 2025. So let me just read very few of them so that you'll understand what I mean by breaking down goals. I have things I want to achieve in 2025, take you to more seriously, be very consistent, attend a seminar, be closer to God. Now, these things is just so easy to write it, but when you actually want to do it, it's like I do have quarterly goals. So quarterly goals, January to March, and March, April, May, June, and then April to June, July to August, September, or whatever thing it has, whatever. I make sure at the end of the quarter they help me achieve a big goal that I have for the whole of 2025. I have here for my quarterly goals: get a Bible. If I want to be closer to God, the first step would be to get a Bible. And then the next one would be read the Bible at least 5 minutes when I wake up, at least 5 minutes before I go to sleep, at least 10 minutes, at least 15 minutes. And before you know it, the goal is growing and I'm praying more, I'm getting more closer to God. I have monthly goals and I have to-do lists for the week. So it is really, really important that you break down bigger goals into smaller versions. That way it is way easier for you to achieve those goals. Now, a second point for the great lock-in would be digital declutter. Digital declutter equals mental peace. Coming from someone like me who is trying to get into the social media space, I'm trying to, grow my accounts, grow my YouTube, grow my TikTok. You guys, the noise can be so much. The noise can be so draining. Imagine just casually scrolling and you're seeing nice things, and then you now see someone of your age getting houses, buying cars, living the life, and you're like, God, when will this be me? And most of the time, whenever I see posts like this, I begin to get depressed because I feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm too slow or something. And I just want us to understand that everybody's journey is different. You're not slow. As long as you're moving, you're surely going to get to wherever your destination is. So, digital declutter is something that is so important for your mental health. I don't follow all these Nigerian blogs. I do follow some, but mainly the ones that are mostly just comedy. I noticed that all they ever posted of was just Nigeria's problems. They would post every single thing, like this one killed this one did this, and robbers, da da da. And I'm like, it was starting to get to me. I was becoming really depressed being in Nigeria. I was just not happy. I would just be sad. It will just ruin my whole day. I easily get affected by things around me. I'm one of those people that wouldn't want to see some kind of violence online. I don't like to see stuff like that. I would dream of it. I would think of it. I would cry about it. It just messes up my mental health. Then the ones where you're seeing people around your age doing big things, like having the best time of their lives, and then you begin to compare yourself with these people. That's not good for you. Try to delete those pages, unfollow those accounts. You don't need them. Don't stalk the person that you feel like, oh my god, I should be here. Then you begin to compare yourself, and then before you know it, you're doing things that you're not even meant to do just because you want to also show that things are working out good for you. There's just this crazy thing about comparison. You begin to compare yourself with somebody that doesn't even know you exist. It is so crazy. Be mindful of what you let into your head. Be mindful of what you see. I was comparing myself to a particular girl on social media. She's really good, around my age, does a lot, travels around the world, and I just found myself comparing myself to her, and I was just beginning to have a very bad self-image of myself. I began to look down on myself and I would just always compare. And one day I just unfollowed her. I'm like, you know what, let me just unfollow, because it got to the point where I every day, whenever I'm on my phone, and you see me on my phone on Instagram, I'm going to check that girl's page. I'm going to see what she has posted and I'm going to make myself feel bad. Now, I want you to know that you're not the problem. Don't think of it as you're a hater or something. You're not. You're just trying to protect your peace. It could start off as admiration. Go on your Instagram, go on your TikTok. What pages make you feel really bad about yourself? Minimize your use of social media. Just be mindful of how much time you spend on social media. The time you spend scrolling on social media could be used in reading a really nice book that could help your mental, a book that could help you with information, with knowledge, with intelligence, things that when you go out you can actually speak about something. You can learn a skill with the time you're using on your phone. Next point, your body is the foundation. I feel like this should even be like the first point, because what is the point of this whole thing if you're not in your best shape, if you're not healthy? God, thank you for the good health of mind and body. We don't know what we actually have. just by being healthy. We should try to stay hydrated. It's so funny that I'm saying this because I don't drink water. That is something I'm really trying to work on. I can go like a full day without drinking water. That's a goal I know I have to work on. But basically, you have to take care of your body, also take care of your physical appearance. Whenever you're going somewhere, how do you look? Try to set goals. I'll always have my hair done each month. I would start skincare each month. I'm going to get new shoes. You're caring for yourself and you don't expect it from any other person. When you feel good, when you look good, you're ready to go anywhere. You're ready to show up anywhere. Hey, Tessie, let's go. I'm there. Tessie, I'm there because you already look good. You already look put together. 2025 is almost over, you guys. If you're not doing these things for yourself, if you're not trying to build a habit to do these things for yourself, when are you ever going to do it? You want to wait again? Same way you waited January 2025. In my former video about self-confidence, I did speak about the physical aspects of self-confidence. You have your hair done, you have your nails done. I don't have my nails done right now. You feel better because you look good. The fourth point, financial and career reset. A glow up isn't just about beauty, it's also about building your financial life. Like, what steps are you making when trying to build yourself? In Nigeria right now, it is quite difficult to save because there's just very high inflation. Prices of things are very expensive, and even if you are being paid salary, most times your salary cannot even cover for your expenses or your debts or stuff like that. So it's usually very difficult for you to be able to save, which is really important that you build really good method of how much you could save. Please don't kill yourself. Oh, you have to go easy on yourself. Even if it is as little as 10k or 5k in a month that you have set aside, that is still something. If you can invest, try to invest your money in something. Buy shares, try to buy properties. Just have an asset, something that has your name on it. It's like a soft landing for whenever any nonsense wants to happen. Any questions you have, you could just comment down below. I use PiggyVest. I feel like everybody now and their mom in Nigeria uses PiggyVest. PiggyVest is licensed by Securities and Exchange Commission. If you do not know what SEC is basically the body that regulates the Nigerian capital markets. Anything that has to do with investments, anything, there are the ones in charge of it. So your money is safe. Okay, you could buy shares on PiggyVest. You could just lock in your money, and the great thing about PiggyVest is that they also have interests. So even if you just have your money laying around in PiggyVest, you're going to be receiving interest just by having money in PiggyVest. It's not like the regular banks where you have your money and your money is not growing at all. They're even debiting you say for that card, debit card stuff or SMS stuff. That thing is so annoying. There's also Cowrie Rise. There's Afri Invest 2.0. You could do more research on how you could invest in something, buy shares, and all those kind of things. If you want more videos on that, just comment down below and I'll be sure to make one specifically for that. So I just want us to have it in mind that the goal isn't to go all in full force these 90 days and then you just completely stop by January because you're probably burnt out, you're probably tired. That's not what this is for. What you are meant to do is to try to build sustainable habits that you can continue. There are things that you could also try to do differently that just suits your lifestyle. Remember that this is for 2026. So even if you start in 2025, you should still continue this habit in 2026 and then 2027 would be better. The real glow up is being consistent with these things. You have to be very intentional, you have to be very mindful, you have to be conscious of what you're actually doing because you know that at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself, not for any other person. It is for you and the betterment of yourself. So I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember that this is the great locking where I'm going to try my best and I'm going to also involve God in this. We should be better by 2026 at least. Should just be better. Please comment down below your topics and I'll be sure to read through all your comments and reply to them, of course. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. If you have gotten to these points, I want you to comment the great locking. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and I'm going to see you guys in my next video.